Alright, welcome. In this video I want to discuss the issue of reconciling the current relationship by way of how dogs respond and react. So when you talk about reactivity, it's all about understanding not just the current state of the relationship, but also how that connects by way of depth, by way of how dogs connect with us at that level. Again, lining this stuff up, again, going by way of the parenting example. Now, the example I like to use, okay, which again makes complete sense, okay, when you start hearing a lot of these bribery-based trainers, including balanced dog trainers, who align with this popular idea, okay, of motivating dogs in a very superficial way at the very beginning without any sort of applying critical thinking, okay, in terms of why that's a very bad idea, okay. Once you begin to reconcile behavioral issues by way of relationship, again, just like the selfish child example, okay, things begin to make sense. Now, again, the example I use, and again, really think about this. I encourage people to really think about this. This is like a big deal when it comes to relationship and dogs as social animals. Is consider, okay, being like a casual observer, watching an interaction between a young child and a parent as they're outside the ice cream truck. Okay, think about this. And the child clearly wants sprinkles on their ice cream, and the parent says no. Okay, that's no, that ain't gonna happen. And the child having a major temper tantrum, rolling around the ground, just mouthing off, just really bratty behavior, just out of control craziness. And the casual observer, because think about this, is exactly what's going on in the dog training world, okay? Looking over, okay, and pointing their finger at that parent and say, that parent, they must have hit that child. I mean, they're looking at the reaction, right? And they're trying to line it up, right? They're trying to make sense of it. But no context, no depth, no ability, right, to actually reconcile the response by way of relationship. Because number one is they're looking at things from an appearance level. They're kind of looking on the outside type of thing, right? And they're trying to interpret a response by way of just what they see, okay? But again, not dialed in. And that's exactly the problem in the dog training world that you're dealing with, okay? This is why you want to know why so many dogs get the blame and get destroyed. Meanwhile, okay, these individuals who are pointing their fingers, they understand, even balanced dog trainers are doing this, okay? Inciting the social media mob when it's convenient for them, based on the fact that they also are jumping into, okay, a relationship problem the same way as these force-free trainers. They're motivating dogs the exact same way without considering the current state of the relationship, without lining things up. And think about that. So when you talk about when does bribery become bribery, it becomes bribery when you're not even applying critical thinking, you're not considering the current state of the relationship, because influence isn't an active agent at the beginning. Okay, talk about this, by way of what's revealed or not revealed, okay? And then just making assumptions. That's what I understand the interpretation by way of responses, the sit down, come and stay. That is, the premise of that is inherently flawed. Okay, based again on how these trainers are painting the picture that way, how they're motivating dogs that way, because they're not lining it up at the very beginning. So very helpful to think about the ice cream truck example. So every time you see people pointing their fingers, well, they need to point them right back at themselves, because ultimately what happens is all these dogs are getting destroyed, medicated, blamed. The dog training world's in a mess. No one can talk about it because all these trainers are sold out to this idea. So how can you possibly talk about something when you're in agreement with it? Okay, I mean, think about that. That's why I can talk the way I talk. So I would encourage people to really think about this example. Check out my website. I have a 10-part series called Learning Theory Breakdown. It's information specific, okay? I break down this very popular idea, the problems with it, again, based on its application at the very beginning, and also the solution, okay, by way of a interaction-based approach, with influence being an active agent at the beginning, but making sense. Okay, this is all about making sense to the owners, making sense to the dog, and changing perception of dogs the right way. Thanks for watching.